Now, let's stay with this matter. The Executive Director of Child Rights International, Bright Appiah, has joined us via telephone. Grateful to you, Bright. I know that in the past you've called for some action on this very matter. What do you make of the move by the Immigration Service?
Well, it's a long overdue action that the state needed to take, and taking this step, I think that generally is a step that we need to take, and we've done that. Secondly, looking at the collective responsibility of institutions to do that, but it is led by the Ghana Immigration Service. So there are a few questions that we need to ask: what the motives are in engaging in this kind of evacuation,
Okay.
and whether or not there are support coming from other institutions to help in dealing with this particular matter. So there are a lot of things that answers that we want in respect to the engagement process and how things are done, in order for us to understand the picture properly. Because from our point of view, we know that this is a child protection case. So for you to look at all the pillars that exist in that particular system, you look at national security, you look at the immigration issues, you also look at social protection, and how best you can also place, if there are any criminal cases, then you also engage the police. So engaging Ghana Immigration Service to carry out this exercise, we feel a bit uncertain in terms of the motive behind it. But the need for us to take our children from the streets is long overdue, and that step is what for us we want to ensure that it takes place in a manner that will protect the safety of children, will guarantee the right of every single child in the process.
Well, we just played a report from Kumasi. We're told that initially these beggars were repatriated and they have since returned to Ghana. So why isn't the state looking at prosecution of these parents and guardians because what they are doing is in contravention of the Children's Act?
Exactly, and there are areas that the state can do prosecution, because when you look at the Beggars and the Destitute Act, it calls for prosecution of those who would engage a child to beg on the street, or those who will find themselves begging on the street. So if you are begging as an adult, the state can also institute a prosecution action against you. The state can also look at the role that we played in allowing a child to engage in begging. So these are options available for the state to engage in. So that is why I said that this issue that we are discussing or we are looking at, it has different components. The police or the Attorney General can also do that prosecution, looking at the wrongful engagement of children on our street and even people participating in that. They also look at the issue of social protection. Once the state, through its action or inaction, have allowed children to be on the street, then you also have to bring in your social welfare status to be able to help these children. And then also if there are issues of illegal migration of people, then you can also look at they playing a role in terms of how to safeguard the border so that we don't see this. And it is as a result of that, that is why when you repatriate them, they come back to beg. And the irony of it is that these children that come to beg, or the people that come to beg, especially the children, our research and the tracer study that we did clearly shows that majority of them are in school in their respective countries like Burkina Faso, Niger, Togo, and Ivory Coast. They are all in school, and when they are on vacation, that is where they come to Ghana to come and beg. So if you clearly study what happens, you realize that at a certain period, you see a lot of children begging on the street, and then at another period you see that those who are begging are minimal. Then again, you also come to look at the issue of Ghanaian children begging, and clearly the report that we did clearly shows that majority of Ghanaian children are on the streets because of these children who are from different countries coming to do that. So the issue at stake is not just a matter of they thinking that they have breached immigration laws, for that matter, we need to take a look on them to see how best we can get them back. But the whole issue is a social protection matter, and we expect that all aspects will be dealt with so that we can safeguard the safety of these children.
All right, I'm grateful to you, Bright Apia is the Executive Director for Child's Rights International.